You know those moments when you're scrolling through your feed and suddenly a video freezes you in place? Something so ridiculous, so wildly bold that you can't help but keep watching? Yeah, this story starts exactly like that. It all began when a woman, let's call her Karen, decided that normal rules, basic manners and clearly painted signs simply didn't apply to her. Picture this scene, a sparkling white SUV gliding into a jam-packed shopping center on a Saturday. Every slot filled, families circling like hungry birds, except one spot. The closest one. The bright blue, clearly marked disabled space. And without a second of hesitation, Karen rolled right in. No placard. No permit. No guilt. Just pure, unfiltered entitlement. Most days people would just exchange frustrated looks and move on. But today? Someone pulled out their phone and pressed record. And thank the internet gods they did, because what happened next blew up across the web. Karen strutted out of her SUV like she owned the building. Oversized sunglasses, dramatic walk, zero awareness. A man in a wheelchair waited a few feet away, hoping for a real disabled spot. She glanced at him, shrugged, and sashayed toward the entrance. But karma didn't take long. Just minutes later, a black and white patrol car rolled into the lot. The officer stepped out, took one look at the empty SUV in the disabled space, and his expression said everything. He opened his ticket book with the energy of someone about to deliver justice with style. He checked plates, VIN windows, taking his sweet time. The crowd watched in silence, phones out, waiting. And right as he slipped the bright ticket under the wiper, Karen returned. Shopping bags in one hand, coffee in the other. Her face froze as she spotted the officer. Then came the shock, the rage, and finally the meltdown. She stomped over, waving her arms, shouting about, just running in for a minute. The officer didn't flinch. He pointed at the sign, then at the wheelchair symbol, then at the man who had been waiting the whole time. Crowd, losing their minds. And then came the grand finale. He called a tow truck. Karen screamed. She pleaded. She tried standing in front of the truck. Spoiler, didn't work. Her SUV rose into the air like a trophy while she shrieked in disbelief. The video? Viral in hours. Her tantrum? Meme material. The officer? Instant hero. But trust me, Karen's saga was just getting started. Karen refused to accept defeat. The moment her SUV disappeared down the street on a tow truck, she whipped out her phone and dialed like she was calling emergency services. She demanded her husband show up immediately, ranting so loudly half the parking lot heard her. And shockingly he came. A man in a stiff suit marched in like he was about to negotiate a billion-dollar merger. This officer targeted my wife unfairly, he declared. The officer calmly handed him a copy of the violation and told them to take their complaints to court. Meanwhile, the internet was already 10 steps ahead. Clips of Karen's performance were spreading across every platform imaginable. Comments multiplied. Entitlement in 4K. Blue paint apparently invisible to her. The Karen cinematic universe just expanded. Then came the remixes. Someone auto-tuned her shouting, "It was just a minute," into an EDM track, and the wild part? It actually sounded good. Clubs played it. People danced. Local news picked it up next. Reporters interviewed witnesses, replayed the footage, and even quoted the officer. "The law is the law," he said. Spots meant for disabled drivers aren't optional. Karen, watching from home, was losing her mind. She wrote long Facebook rants about being bullied, but every post got screenshotted and laughed at. A parody account was created pretending to be her SUV. Day 3 in the impound. Missing my special blue box. And then the disability advocacy group made a public statement praising the officer. That pushed the story nationwide. Karen became the example, the poster child of parking entitlement. And the consequences didn't stop there. Illegal handicap parking plus towing plus impound fees equals nearly $1,000 gone. But the real humiliation was still waiting. On court day, Karen arrived like she was entering a movie premiere. New outfit, styled hair, glasses so big they covered half her face. The gallery was packed with people who came just to witness the legend in person. She strutted to the front and dramatically began her speech. "Your Honor, I was under stress. I was only there for a few minutes." The judge cut her off. "Ma'am, were you parked in a disabled spot without a permit?" Karen hesitated. "Technically, yes, but..." The courtroom chuckled. The prosecutor then played the viral video on a big screen. The meltdown. The screaming. The tow truck. All of it. Karen nearly melted into the floor. Her husband stood up, yelling about persecution and social media bullying. The judge didn't even blink. "Sir, her parking violation is what we're here for." not her popularity online. Then came the hammer. Maximum fine. Court cost. Towing plus impound fees. Over $1,200. Karen begged, whined, pleaded, but the judge wasn't budging. As she left the courthouse, someone outside pointed and shouted, "Hey, it's the handicap spot lady." Her heel got stuck in a sidewalk crack, her purse spilled, and her papers scattered like confetti. The internet? Delighted. Hashtags exploded again, memes multiplied, and her courtroom clip became another viral hit. In the end, Karen didn't just lose money. She lost anonymity. She became a lesson, an eternal reminder that the internet never forgets. So next time you're tempted to break a rule and hope nobody's watching, just remember Karen. And hey, if you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button. More dramatic, chaotic, and justice-filled stories are on the way.